All right, looks like we're good to go here. We're streaming on SharpMoney Discord. I'm going to walk you guys through some plays. We have a lot of MLB games on tonight. Probably have like 6 or 7 games tonight past 7 o'clock. We have tons of college football tomorrow and obviously the NFL on Sunday. So it's pretty good, pretty prime time spot to find plays. I have Greek joining me, who's one of our promo D-Viggers in the SharpMoney Discord. He posts bunch of promos to play. He's been posting some today if you want to check them out. That's in our free chat for the SharpMoney Discord. If you go down to the communities and look into the promos page, you can see a couple of the promos that he has posted today. So we got a few guys posting good plays in there. We'll let people roll in. See Matty Rush in the chat. He's a new member. He's signed up a few days ago, so hopefully we can start making him some money. He had some questions for us earlier. We'll probably get to those. I'm just going to start off by, I haven't been logged in for a little while, so I have a lot of notifications. I don't know if these plays are actually here, but this is the SharpMoney main bot. And basically what this bot does is it uses Circa, Bookmaker, and Pinnacle as the sharp books. And we devig lines to those 3 sharp books and then find plays on the retail books that present good value. We tailor this to certain markets. So markets like college football, college basketball. We don't weigh Pinnacle odds that much because they're not a US-based book and they don't take that much action from US bettors. So they're really not that sharp. But before we get into it, I'll just have Greek say what's up and when did you start EV betting and when did you find us?
Yeah, what's up, guys? So I started EV betting June 30th, so I'm still relatively new to this. I ended up finding you guys through WAP, I think is how you pronounce it.
Oh, really? Just like scrolling through there?
Yeah, because I've tried several different Discords and I wasn't the biggest fan of them. And you guys had great reviews. I was like, let's give it a shot. Tried 7-day. I made more in those 7 days than I did probably the year and a half I was sports betting. So I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Did a month. And then I'm like, okay, let's try in August. And then shot up from there. And now I'm making all these promos daily. So
yeah, now you're committed.
Committed.
Yeah, dude, it's funny you say you're obviously you're relatively new to it, but I can tell like you love the concept, so you've been studying it. So like what you've maybe learned in 3 months might be someone's a year worth of learning, because if you really love the concepts and start learning about it, you pick it up so much quicker.
Oh yeah, you got to put time and effort into it if you want to succeed.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll like I said, I just kind of explained this bot right here, the main bot. These are the books I have. We have, I think, like 24 other retail books. So I'll just explain my thought process. I'll probably ask Greek his opinion on a couple of them. If there's some questionable plays out there, I would guess I threw it out a number. It's kind of random, like 60 to 75% of the plays that pop up. What do you think you're at? Is that a good number, you think?
Yeah, I honestly sometimes take a little less. I'm very picky now. I used to just take everything I saw, like when I first joined, and then I started to watch your videos, learn, take certain ones, and now I kind of just read the chart even more than I used to. So yeah, I'm very picky, very.
Yeah, I guess the more you learn, kind of the pickier you get because you start liking certain things. But we got Brayton here. Looks like you just came from a golf outing. What's up?
No. I wish. I wanted to play golf today, but didn't make it, man.
Yeah, but
what's going on?
Nothing. You placing a lot of bets today? Do you get a lot in, or?
I didn't get hardly anything in today.
All right, you gonna place some now then?
Yeah, I think so. I got a lot for tomorrow and Sunday. So.
Yeah, I'll just check my picket. I went 0-3 to start the day. Not great, but yeah, tomorrow I already have 45 bets. Sunday I already have 40. I've been hitting close to 100 on both of those days each. So I think Saturday mornings we kind of go crazy on college football. I feel like so.
I need to get tomorrow morning.
Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow morning's a grind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll start on MGM here. This is a book that most people have, so I'll probably stick to like MGM, DraftKings, and FanDuel just because everyone has those books. So here's one here for we have Chargers and the Chiefs. We have a first half over 20.5 at plus 105 odds. Pinnacle we have priced at looks like 103. So this is one little error that we kind of have here. So this, like I said earlier, we have Circa, Bookmaker, and Pinnacle. And when you see all three of these sharp knives in this box right here, the stats, that means all these EV stats are based on the 3 sharp books, meaning they all have lines on this play. The graph down here comes after we build this part of the message. And sometimes this is either delayed, so the charts are off a little bit, or it doesn't pick up historical data. So right here, it doesn't, obviously Pinnacle is at 103, so it's not a great play at 105 to Pinnacle. But since I know there's 2 other sharp books in this, Circa and Bookmaker, then I know this is still good to go. I know Circa and Bookmaker are going to be priced much lower here. So this is a play that I'm going to go in and take. I'm going to actually place these bets just for the transparency here of me actually standing behind what I'm calling out. So I'm just going to type in $100 and MGM's going to let me have whatever I can, but I'm not going to be able to bet 100. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. So I'm about to take it for 0.6 units.
Nice. Yeah. So I'll go over the recommended unit size too. That's a good call. So hold on. Once this bet goes through, $8.50. So that might be a lot to some people. It's, my unit's around 100, so that's like less than a tenth of a unit. But so we have if you're new here too, I might as well explain to new users here. So what this half Kelly and 1/4 Kelly means is it's basically how aggressive you want to be with your betting. Kelly criteria formula is basically a formula that takes your win probability and expected value into consideration when telling you how many units to bet. This is a 0.6 unit bet. I think Brayton just said that he's betting 0.6 units. I know he plays half Kelly on main lines. That's typically what I would do too. And then like 1/4 Kelly on props, stuff that you're a little less confident in. So that's basically how that works. So if you're watching this stream, I would go and place 0.6 units on MGM right there. Yeah, Bo, it's pretty bad. The limits are pretty rough, but MGM is one of the worst books. But sometimes this is a couple days out too, so it all depends on, if this was right before game time, I might be able to get a few more dollars on it. But here's a team total here. Pinnacle is priced at -104, and we have MGM at plus 110. So really good value to Pinnacle. This is a NFL first quarter spread. Pinnacle is going to be a lot sharper than MGM here, so we'll go place this one. Seems like we're getting a lot of pings. All those little beeps are new plays popping up. So I think we're going to have a lot of plays to put in. And the recommended unit size on this one for half Kelly is 1.36 units. And the 1/4 Kelly is 0.68. This is a play that I would probably go 1/4 Kelly if I was trying to build my bankroll. First quarter, first halves, they're not going to be nearly as accurate as full game and spreads. The books just take a lot more money on those full game lines. So kind of take that in consideration, maybe step down your Kelly percentage here. Good EV though, 3% EV. So good play there. $10 on that one. Taco Fall says, Taco Fall. T Falco, geez, says, what's up, Greek?
What's up, Falco? I'd say one of my Bet365 guys who takes literally everything I post, which I absolutely love.
Yeah. How I know Bet3, they're pretty rough on limits. How are you guys holding up?
So it's funny because I used to have a limit of 30, and ever since they did like an update, like a face update, just to make it look more sharp, like clean. And for some reason, my limit went up, and that's when I was smoking them. Now I'm like even, but it's like, you want me to take your money? Like I was like, are you gonna shut down my account? Like what's going on here? So
yeah, that's weird. I don't see that happen.
Yeah, no, I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Somehow I've gotten away with not getting limited there. So,
all right, how many bets are you placing on them? Are you finding a lot of bets?
Man, so when I first started, I hit Bet365 hard for NBA, and then I took all of baseball season off from them. Put some more money in NFL, and then when people started getting banned, I kind of slowed down on them. So hopefully I can stay around to NBA again because they were soft on NBA player props.
Yeah, dude, NBA is such a, if you haven't been EV betting through the NBA, it's such a nice market because there's games every single day and there's so much value across the board. Rumhead said that he's the most limited on Fanatics. I've talked about this before too, but I pulled Fanatics off of my main bot list. I didn't want to see plays anymore because I was just getting $10 flat betted. And then when the NFL popped back up, I kept seeing plays come up and I was like, screw it, I'll just place a bet. And I've been able to place like $100, sometimes $200 bets on the NFL, like the day of, or like if it's a primetime game, they're taking a lot of money. I think you can actually find good plays there. So keep an eye out for NFL opportunities, like books letting you bet a little bit more. All right, we get a question here if there are any plays on FanDuel for the NFL. So we'll any plays on the NFL for this Saturday. That doesn't make sense. There's no game Saturday, but I'm assuming you want some NFL plays. All right, so there's a lot of first quarter stuff. FanDuel's a little sharper with first quarter stuff, so I don't really play it unless it's like 3% EV. So here's one I'll probably be playing. We'll go Colts and Steelers first quarter over 7.5 points. Pinnacle's at 119. We're getting 17 cents of value over on FanDuel, so we'll take that. I'll play that. I'll log into FanDuel and play it. So this is going to be, we'll probably go a half unit here. I'll just do $75 for myself, but I think this is a good quarter Kelly play because it's a first quarter line. How are you guys feeling on first quarter, first half stuff? Do you like bumping down the bet sizes, or are you guys going for it?
Kind of bumping it down.
Yeah,
not always even quarter Kelly. Maybe it just depends. I mean, sometimes if I'll flat bet it at 50 or whatever, half a unit, something like that.
Yeah. All right, so this one is down to plus 120. So it was a good play whenever this popped up. This might be one of those plays that gets stuck in here. Our bot is supposed to clear out any plays that have moved on us. So this one might have been posted earlier today. Actually, what time was this posted? 25th. Oh, yeah, so this has been stuck in it for a while. But anyway, this would have been a good play to take because we flagged it at plus 135, and now the line's plus 120. So that was definitely a good play to grab. All right, let's scroll down to the more recent stuff to make sure they're still live. So here's one with some really good movement. This is a baseball bet. I know some people are not loving baseball at the moment, but I've had good success. I think Brayton has done pretty good on it still, right?
I've slowed down on baseball.
Yeah,
I'll take a few plays a day, but nothing like I was.
Where is it going? I just read a question. I'll answer this question first. Yeah, people said that teams are in a hurry to score in the first half and first quarters. Sometimes you do. Those first quarters are so unfortunate sometimes, where it's like they're on the goal line with a minute and a half left. They do 3 run plays. They don't get a field goal off before the quarter ends. So those are kind of rough. First half though, you're going to get quite a bit of scoring at the end. So some of those are a little better. I think yesterday we had Monday Night Football, and I think right after the coin flip happened, the Bills got flagged at like 8% EV on like first half and first quarters. I think FanDuel was like slow to move their odds when the Cowboys won the coin toss and got the ball. Obviously, if you're getting the ball to start in the first quarter, you're going to have a massive advantage to win that quarter and beat a spread. So I think that was kind of something interesting that I don't think the books.
I missed it when you sent me a message saying, "Hey, take it." I was like, I missed it.
Yeah,
I missed it.
Yeah, no, that was good for me. That was a good day. All right, so we'll look at this one. Kind of a weird. This is a weird movement too, where we have. All right. Well, this one, just another one loaded up. We'll just do this one because it's on my screen. I like this one. So Brewers Mets under 6.5 runs at plus 162. This is a small EV play, but Pinnacle kind of just got tanked down from like 161, 162 down to 149. So Sharp action coming on this under. I'll be taking it. I would probably go 0.5 units here if you're going to be playing baseball. I like it.
I'll take it.
You're taking it? Yeah,
I'll take it. Yeah.
There's been some talk too where maybe betting the end of season baseball is kind of rough when there's a lot of teams, out of the playoffs, stuff like that. So maybe playoff baseball will be a little bit better. What about baseball props? How you been doing with those?
I wish I would have started playing them earlier. Ever since y'all revamped the prop bot, up until maybe 2 weeks ago, I really ignored it for a while, and then I started seeing everybody doing so well on it. So I'm starting to take them now, but I wish I would have come back in on props a little earlier.
Same. So the MLB bot we had earlier in the year, it was flagging a lot of like hitter bets, and EV betting hitter bets is just so hard. And I think books have a hard time pricing them. So it's hard to compare lines, so our bot mainly flags pitcher props, strikeouts and outs. And I think the books just have a more, accurate idea of what's going to happen with pitchers. So I think once we changed that, a lot of people started making a lot more money with our MLB prop bot. And right now that is completely free with our premium subscription. The premium subscription is $29.99 a month. And that comes with all the main bot channels and the MLB bot channels. And we also have a small market bot too, which is similar to the main bot. This one just uses Pinnacle, and it only scans for small markets. We get some crazy leagues popping up here. We got lacrosse leagues. We have Korean baseball. A lot of people have been killing Korean baseball, and UFC, boxing, WNBA. That all that pops up in the small bot. Someone send the Discord link there. Sweet. All right. So, and you also get these premium chat channels. So these are tons of extra channels you get for being a subscriber to the premium Discord. So you can talk to all of the mods and everyone that's in premium and kind of just bounce ideas off of each other. So here's another play that just popped up. Oh. Yeah, go ahead, Braden.
No, it looked like we had a pretty good play pop up in Caesars, man, for tomorrow, Virginia Tech. Small EV, but 3 sharps.
Yep, that's really good. Yeah, so only 1% EV, but we have 3 sharps, and we have Circa and Bookmaker priced pretty well, -115, -111. So I'll go place this bet. Caesars absolutely nuked me on limits, so we'll see what I can get off here. Access denied. They really don't want me betting. I might have to actually log into Caesars and search this bet. So yeah, this is a good play here. We have Virginia Tech 17.5. We're getting even odds on Caesars, and the other books have it as a favorite. Our algorithm is flagging this at a 50.5% win probability. Obviously, if you're getting even money on something that's over 50%, it means it's a good play. So this is Virginia Tech in Miami, Florida. Sign in real quick here. You have Caesars, right?
Yeah. Still no limits there, so lucked out on that so far.
Yeah, I was riding like pretty good until like all of a sudden it came out of nowhere, and I was just like $40 max bets. Were you able to get that bet in already?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Hopefully it doesn't move on me. And where's the search bar? Do you bet mostly on your phone, or do you ever take time to bet on your computer?
Only on my phone.
Yeah, me too. All right, when is this game?
Let me see.
7:30.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'll find it. I'll just scroll through. College. I also got promo banned on all of these, which sucks too. There's no games tonight, are there?
I think there's 2 games tonight.
Oh, they're on tonight.
Oh, yeah.
They're on tonight. Yeah, that's a good bet then.
10 minutes.
Yeah, nice. Other dumb thing with Caesars too. I went to go place $100. They don't let me do it. So it doesn't like
they don't
tell
tell you.
me. Yeah, it's so all right. They let me bet 50. I'm gonna bet it again. I'm gonna bet $10 at a time until they tell me I can't. 50. Yep. So 50 was the max, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
Weird. So that's cool. So another cool thing with this Discord that a lot of Discords don't have too is if I hit this place bet button, it's going to put my name in this block text. So now if I see this bet pop up again, I'll know that I've already taken it. Sometimes we still double bet things, but a good little way to try to avoid that for the most part. Oh, Greek's back in. I'm going to add him. What up, Greek?
So as you know, I'm in Ohio, and we are getting hit by all the storms, and we had a power flick. So,
really?
Yeah.
Ohio's getting hit with it too. Is that
like just... we're getting all the leftovers?
It's crazy.
Yeah. Pre said, does betting minus 150 or minus 200 odds ever show up? Good question. So our bot scans minus 200 to plus 200 odds. Mostly when you're EV betting, you're going to find a lot of value on the plus money. So you don't see too many bets at, minus odds. I bet a tennis play today, though, was like minus 170. So they pop up. Yep. They're just far and few in between. And we could build a bot to kind of search any range, but we kind of try to pick the best option. We don't want too many new sports bettors to come in and start placing bets at plus 300, plus 400, because even if you have an edge, you're probably going to go on a pretty terrible losing streak at some point. So we're trying to pinpoint the best range possible to play. We're kind of debating, we could build a bot in the future, maybe that scans like 200 and up. That might be something that people might be interested in, kind of the long shot bot, we could call it.
Just something separate that you can turn on if you want to see it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll go back to FanDuel. Looks like we have a couple more pings here. This one's interesting. This is one that I'll probably lay off. We have all three sharp books, but we have Circa priced better than FanDuel at plus 117. We're showing value because with the combination of Bookmaker, Pinnacle, and Circa, the fair value is still getting put at plus, plus 109, so like right in this range. So it's not a bet that I would take. And no one's on this right now, so hopefully we don't see any names pop up.
Yeah, if the white dots are anywhere below any of the sharps, I just skip it completely.
Exactly. All right, here's a big one here. This is an over. I'm gonna hop on this now. So this looks like this just Pinnacle just placed their odds here. We have an over first inning plus 145 Rangers Angels. I typically avoid these markets for the most part, but almost 6% EV. We're gonna play it. I would probably just go a unit here. 146 for a unit.
Yeah, no, I usually skip those unless it's something like that. Like that's good value.
Yeah, especially it's kind of weird that FanDuel spiked their line up, but the fact that Pinnacle like just opened underneath them is intriguing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Maddie, I wish I could stream every night, but would not be good for the wife and kids.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I've been liking it. I did a couple streams with for Outlier using their EV tools. Definitely like nervous the first few times, and I was like not really looking forward to it because I had some nerves. But now I enjoy it so much. It's a little break for me to get to the computer and play some bets and talk to some people. So sweet.
Yeah, I forgot you were streaming last night. I guess it went well, huh?
Tuesdays and Thursdays. We've been pretty hot over there.
Yeah.
All right, so ESPN has some good plays too. ESPN doesn't have, actually they do have links. Never mind. This is another first quarter play, but we have two sharp books here. Only a 1% EV. Pinnacle really isn't much of a sharp book, so I guess we shouldn't really talk about them too much like that. But minus 108 from Bookmaker, so they're slight favorite here. I'd probably lay off this just because it's a low EV play on a first quarter market. I'm looking for probably 3% EV on some of these first quarter stuff. Here's another one, same situation.
Yeah, any sort of college football, if it's just Pinnacle, I just skip it entirely. That's personally what I do. Now, if it's good EV, possibly, but For the
Exactly.
most
Yeah.
part, I skip it.
Oh, so this is a good point for me to talk about our new update when it comes to college football. So originally we had the college football bot flagging plays just like it did like the NFL and major markets. But now we removed, if there's a bookmaker in Circle Line, Pinnacle is almost irrelevant in our DVIG process. As you can see here, Pinnacle is priced at 102, but this EV is still getting flagged because it's mostly just using bookmaker. So because they take such high limits. So this is a bet that I think I just said I wouldn't really take this because it's low EV, but this is a full game line and bookmaker has a great price compared to it. So this is a play that I would play. And I don't want to leave Brayton in the dust because he's got his name on it, so I can't say I shouldn't play it. So I'll open this up and place it on ESPN. ESPN Bet is another weird book where sometimes my limits are really low, and sometimes I think my max bet is usually $100, so we'll try that. But I think 50 is kind of where I'm at. Yeah, Rumhead said he stopped playing first innings. Anything under than 3% quarter Kelly. We had a lot of people tracking first inning bets, and we had a lot of mixed results. So it wasn't the best. Under 46.5. This is going to be on ESPN Bet for the Purdue Nebraska game tomorrow at noon. Plus 105 odds. Really small EV to bookmaker, but we'll take it. Recommended unit size. I'd go a half unit here.
And then your update, you said with if there's no bookmaker or Circle Line, you're using a market average now, right? With Penny.
Correct. So yeah, it's a little bit of Pinnacle in that DVIG. That's a great question so the reason we had to do that, which is because bookmaker offers only a few alternate lines. So all right, so obviously the main line bookmaker has is 46.5. So they might be offering maybe 45.5, 44.5, and that's like the only alternate markets they will offer. Circa does only main lines. They won't even offer alternate markets. And then Pinnacle, they do offer like every type of alternate market you could find. So we need to use Pinnacle to kind of find the plays, but then we DVIG with a little bit of retail books and a little bit of Pinnacle. So that's a good point there. So if you see a graph with just Pinnacle on it for a college game, it's not just a DVIG to Pinnacle. There's a lot of retail books factored into that. So we've been steering people away from those plays before the update. But since the update happened a few days ago, we're back on it. And basically any play that I see, as long as the trend's decent, then we're playing it. So
yeah, thanks for justifying that. Now I'm going to play those.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've been playing them since the update. I've been playing just the penny charts.
Yep. So another perfect example, right? This is exactly what we were just talking about. A week ago, I would have told you not to play this because Pinnacle is basically irrelevant when it comes to college football. But this isn't just a DVIG to Pinnacle. It's a DVIG with the retail books and Pinnacle. We might maybe add those retail books in the graph or maybe show them somewhere else in the future. That would probably be pretty helpful. So let's add this one in since we already have ESPN pulled up. This is going to be another half unit play. BYU plus 1.5 at plus 130 on ESPN. You guys have ESPN?
Yes.
I used to. I didn't get enough good plays on there, and it was kind of pain in the butt to make to just get on there and make a bet. So I just stopped. I just pulled my money.
So are you betting from your phone too, mostly?
I do a little bit of both, but majority of it's on my phone.
So is that why you were saying it's hard to get to the bets? Is because the mobile links weren't working?
Correct. Yes.
So I changed something, and I will have to show you this later. But in my Discord settings, instead of it, there's a setting that says like link to app or link to website. When it was linked to app. That's what I had it set at. And ESPN was not working. It would just pull up the app and tell me to download it. I think that's what everyone was having the problem with. But if I go to link to website, it pulls up the app and throws it in the slip. So that's a setting that I'll change later. But ESPN, the link does work if your Discord settings are set up that way.
Might have to go back to it then.
Yeah, ESPN, like especially college basketball, there's a lot of really good opportunities here.
I keep a smaller balance there just because of limits, but I've been on the weekends trying to bet that whole balance in ESPN bet for whatever they'll let me put down for bet, and just bet as much as I can to get the whole bankroll out.
Nice. Are you seeing $50 limits and stuff like that for the most part, or what are you seeing?
Yeah, 50 and 30, depending on on what it is. If it's player props 10, alt lines maybe 30, 50 on main lines. Like that.
Yeah. Here's another one we'll take here too. Angels, Rangers minus 2.5 at plus 170 on ESPN bet. Pinnacle's been moving down since 6:08, so a couple hours have been moving downwards here. ESPN bet is kind of stale. That's what we're looking for, is a retail book staying flat and a sharp book moving downward. I've explained this a bunch of times too, but sharp books move based on sharp action from professional bettors. So you see the professional bettors saw this priced at plus 160 and they bet it down to this plus 155. So if sharp bettors found value at plus 160 here, we can actually assume the fair value might be lower than the fair value we're flagging it at. Just something to think about. That's why these downward trends, even if they're low EV, I always play them, and I always try to round up my half Kelly too. So this is something I would probably go a half unit with, just because the trend is good. I think once you start understanding the graphs, once you're in the Discord for a while, you will really start taking advantage of the good graphs and increasing your bet size. All right, let me throw this one in here. Rangers minus 2.5 plus 170. Yeah, the alt lines on ESPN seem really good. You guys watch any baseball at all? Oh, I got $100 on that.
I got the Cleveland game on right now on my Xbox. So
nice. Oh yeah, I forgot Ohio. How those Bengals doing?
I don't watch much.
You don't? You what?
I said I don't watch much. I'll watch a lot of the postseason, but regular season I'm not watching much.
Really?
That's fair.
No, I was saying, Greek, you're watching the Bengals.
See, funny thing is, I'm a Steelers fan, but I'm Cleveland everything else. So
hey, it's good. It's a good year to switch. Bengals 0-3, Steelers looking good.
I hate both teams very much.
No, this play on FanDuel we hit earlier, I think it actually jumped higher. Now it's 8% EV to Pinnacle. That was the one we hit earlier. All right, let's see DraftKings. We haven't hit them, and maybe we'll look at our NFL player prop bot later too. Brewers Mets. So this is where you can get in trouble. I know we just placed a bet on the Brewers Mets. I think it was a full game under. So this is going to be a correlated bet, but I'm going to take it just because I have limits. So I will typically just bet anything, and if I double up on stuff, it's not really a big deal. But if you're building a bankroll, you probably want to avoid double betting correlated stuff. First half and full game stuff obviously correlates. It's not like a crazy correlation where you're adding. We were doing like a full game ladder when you're betting like over 6 runs, over 6.5, over 7. But just try not to go too crazy if you already bet a full game under on this one. I think Brayton's kind of talked about too, where kind of in the mindset of he just doesn't really sweat the double ups anymore because they happen. And as long as you're placing positive EV bets, it'll work out in the long run. It sucks when you have 2 or 3 bets on the same thing, it doesn't hit. But when it does hit, it's great. And you should be making money most of the time you're betting these.
Yeah.
So
it's just to get in that mindset to where one day doesn't matter. So if you have a bad day because you bet 2 or 3 times, the same bet, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
It really doesn't. That's the hard thing to do. Like I said, we all share how we do every day in the Discord. But you don't want to take too much from it because you don't want to get too up or too down from one day. You got a text here to sign in. Yeah, my wife's out to eat with one of her friends right now, so the kids are sleeping. I got a little bit of time, which is nice. Usually don't get on Friday nights. she's grabbing me some sushi too. So excited when
Nice.
she's back.
Lucky.
So this is a crazy EV play.
I was just looking at it.
Yeah.
It's loaded in my bed slip.
So this is an ARB to the last bet we just hit, right?
Yep.
So we just hit Virginia Tech plus 17.5 for plus 100 odds. Now we got Miami, Florida minus 17.5 plus 120. Is this a live bet?
It's live. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple things too is we pick up a couple live bets. So just look at the start time. It's 7:39. So it's at 7:30. Probably something I would just avoid. Our graphs, it's locked anyway. So the bet's gone, but our graphs take 10, 20 seconds to build. It's a little bit of a trade-off we get for seeing the line movement and getting a nice visual. But if we pick up live odds and we're 20 seconds behind, we really have no chance of placing that bet. So just double check the times if you see anything funky. That happens sometimes. All right, MGM's got a couple more. Indiana, Maryland here, we have Pinnacle at minus 118, and this is going to be a little market average DVIG with Pinnacle, so we'll place this one. Another small EV play. We flagged down to 1% EV. I play anything that's EV has a good chart. If you're new to positive EV betting, maybe look for 2 or 3% EV plays just to start. But yeah, I'll play anything with a good chart right now. So yeah, Indiana, Maryland, under 51.5, minus 115. You guys into college football at all, or?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. Who's your team out there?
Got to be the Buckeyes, of course.
Oh yeah.
and then my alumni, Bowling Green Falcons, who look fantastic, even though we lost to Texas A&M and Penn State, but only by like 6.
Good losses. Great losses.
Yeah, great losses. So we should run the MAC this year, hopefully.
Yeah, nice. We're going to be live streaming tomorrow too at 10:30. I think me and Jeff Mathwins will be on. We always open it up to the moderators and the promo team. So if you guys are around, you can obviously join. I'll throw this out there too. We made a promo code if you want to sign up for premium. It's just the word Twitch. If you go into our premium plan and you sign up for 1 month and type the code Twitch in, you'll get 50% off the first month. So it's typically $30 a month. It'll be just $15 a month, and you'll get access to the main bot, the MLB prop bot, the small market bot, our call outs, and all the premium chats. So use the code Twitch on the WAP page, and there's only 3 of those left because we ran a little promo where we had 10 open slots, and there's still 3 left. So if you're listening to this and you're not joined yet, then go sign up. So we got a question here. Do you take college plays even if it's even with Pinnacle? Yeah, if it's close to Pinnacle, then that means the retail books are probably more accurate with the odds anyway when it comes to a market average. So I don't really look at the Pinnacle line. I'm just looking at, kind of the EV here. Obviously, if you see a good graph, then it kind of helps. But all right, let's see. Do we have any NFL props? Here's a couple on Fanatics here. This is our NFL prop bot, this is a different membership from our premium bot. This is $9.99 a month, and you get access to NFL player props. So here's the Fanatics channel. We have Caleb Williams over 1.5 passing touchdowns on Fanatics. We can grab it at plus 155 right now. And down here, it shows the books it's DVIG to. So when you see like FanDuel and BetOnline are my 2 favorite books to DVIG to. So FanDuel has plus 136 odds. BetOnline has plus 129. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in this DVIG. You're finding a 4% value. That's a great play. I might log on to Fanatics and actually bet this and see what my limits are. Oh, they don't have a freaking online website. Or do they? No, they don't. It's an app only. Yeah, I'll try placing on my phone then. See what my limits are. Sometimes it's only like $10 for player props, but we'll see.
My bankroll is out on Fanatics.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good plays popping up there.
Mhm.
So let me see what we got. How have you been tracking your NFL player props too?
I do. Yep. Let me look at it.
I'm gonna
I
have to
have.
pull. I think I had a rough night on Monday night, but I'll pull up my picket page and kind of show you guys that too. So I'm just trying to get this Caleb Williams bet and still trying to find it. We'll see how much I can actually place on it. Yeah, how do you have a sports book and not a website? That just seems wild.
Mm-hmm.
Passing props, Caleb Williams, passing touchdowns. All right, it's still
Yeah.
on there. It's still good. Let's see what let's see what we got. $10 max for me. So I'll place this one and then I'll move on. I'm not going to waste time with the other ones.
Yeah, when it comes to the NFL player props, I mean, in my experience so far, I've made 49 bets, 25 and 24, and up 2.1 units
Nice.
with a
That's good.
5.87%. So it's working. It's up and down, but you got to trust the process.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah.
I think if you like when it comes to FanDuel, I think they are, like I said, FanDuel and BetOnline seem like kind of the sharper books. So if I'm going to bet into FanDuel, bet like a play pops up on FanDuel, I kind of want to see a bet online there available just so I can compare it to BetOnline.
Right. Yeah, I have about 90 bets, NFL props, with a 7% ROI. So up 4 units, 7%.
Nice.
That's a good volume. I just pulled mine up here too. These are the props. Obviously, we've only been doing this for 3 weeks, but 3.7% ROI, 37 and 30, great record. Up $200. The one problem with limits is, like you see here, we have Dak. We have $125 on Dak that didn't hit, and then we have a bet that did cash that I only had $20 on. So it's kind of
Right.
it's unfortunate when it comes to bet sizing. I don't really have that much control over it. I think I could probably filter out just FanDuel and see how I was doing on there, but I'll show off the all-time stats here too, because I just hit a big milestone this week. 50 grand in profit. This is all EV betting. I've been doing it for about a year and a half, probably. So we started in like March. This is when I built SharpMoney. So I've made probably close to $20,000 just on SharpMoney. Before then, I was using like every single EV service you could think of, OddsJam, Outlier, Optimal, you name it. I was on different Discords and stuff like that. So tried to build a product that kind of took all my favorite things of everything and put it together. Obviously, with Discord, we're kind of limited to what we can build when it comes to filterable stats and stuff like that. But I tried to build exactly a bot that I think would work best, along with Jay and Jeff had a ton of input on it, obviously, too. So 3 of us together, I think we built a pretty good product that's been working well. I actually stopped like tagging a ton of my bets because I kind of just know what works for me. I've been doing it so long, but like when I first started, I had every single bet tagged for like certain categories, and now I kind of just trust the process and don't tag my bets like I used to. If I think there's like some issue going on, I'll go back and tag stuff, but until then I kind of just don't bother with
I
it.
deleted a ton of tags yesterday.
Yeah,
just tired of looking at them.
Yeah, I got to do that. I have some old ones that I just don't need to use.
Timmy Crook says the NFL prop bot is fire.
Agreed.
Rumhead saying SharpMoney NFL prop bot for him is 27 for 28 with a 7% ROI. That's sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna be hitting a lot of the NBA prop bot. We only had it during the playoffs last year, but that thing was going crazy.
Oh yeah.
Here's a line that's. I have some Dodger bets out here, but this line seems to shift, so I'm going to place it 5% EV Rockies plus 1.5 runs at plus 168. I know I have some Rockies minus 2.5, so hopefully I don't hit that middle. But this EV, I could have. So we already lost. That one's dead. Plus 158 now, so the value is gone. Fair value was plus 154. So we are getting a slight edge at plus 158. That's what this number means. This basically is the number it's safe to bet down to. So at plus 158, there's still value there. It's just probably 1% EV now. This was a good bet at 168, but it got priced down. Boat, same results, 54 and 51. It's up 6 units and 7.2% ROI. Yeah, prop bot has been fire.
Yep. Props
are easier to take advantage of because the books don't care about pricing them as much as main lines because, if I get good at betting props on Fanatics, they're just going to put me down to $10. So they don't really care if their lines aren't that sharp.
Right.
When it comes to main lines, I'll still get off hundreds of dollars on them. So they make sure that their main lines are sharper. So props are an easy way to make money. And you're usually the first market you get limited in when you start making money. All right, plays are slowing down a little bit, but we've got total runs over 13. I'm already all over this over in every way possible, so I will hit this again.
Yep, I'm on that one as well.
Yeah, all right. So we have I'll answer this question here too. Timothy Crook says, do we parlay bot pings? I don't recommend it at all. There's really no reason to parlay bot pings or EV plays in general, unless you're trying to build a parlay for some boost or something. That obviously, if you can parlay EV legs together, it makes sense, and you'll get good value. The other thing is, some books will let you like if I get limited on a book, I can put that same bet that I just got limited down to no money on into a parlay and bet a little more. So sometimes there's ways around it, but all you're doing when you're adding in extra legs to a parlay, even if they're EV positive, then you're basically just decreasing your win probability, and the value is still the same as if you just placed them as straight. So you're just introducing a ton of volatility into your sports betting when it's really unnecessary. Everyone wants to hit these big parlays and stuff, but it's everyone wants to get rich quick. It's not about that. It's about making a little bit of money every day. When I first started, I was trying to make $500 for the month, so it was only like 15 to 20 bucks a day, whatever that math comes out to. So it wasn't like I was trying to hit crazy bets. I was just trying to make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So I'll get this one in over 13 runs at 175. All right, couple questions. Buffalo Jack, he snagged up that Twitch discount. Nice, love to see it. It's a good time to join because tomorrow you'll be getting a ton of college football pings in the morning and NFL bets for Sunday. We always say this too. We'll be streaming tomorrow, like I said earlier, but when we look at the calendar here, it's all about this time of year. It's all about the weekend. We have, like I said, I got 3.8K out tomorrow, which is like 45 bets and $4,000 out on Sunday already. We'll probably get that up to close to $10,000. And from Monday through Friday, I doubt I even bet that much money altogether. So the weekend's where it's at.
Yeah, I got about half. I got about 50 units out for Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. Kenny asked a question too. Will we add offshore books for the NFL prop? We have all the offshore books. We have all the what I'm showing here is just the books that I use. So if you go into, I'll show you all the channels we actually have, and all the books we actually have. So these are our NFL prop bot. I'm not going to read them all because it'll take me a second, but let's look at the offshore books. My bookie's offshore, Stake is offshore, Rebet and Fliff are are we missing Bet Online? No, Bet Online should be on here too. Yeah, Bet Online's offshore. Bovada should be on here.
Yeah, Bovada's down there.
Yeah. So right, we have all the offshore books on the NFL prop bot too. What I'm using on this side is just to clean up my channels. I don't want to see every single bet on for books that I don't have. So team total here. This is a good play. Rangers under 3.5. I think we did bet them -1.5 for the game, but I'm not afraid to bet this also. They're both big plus money, so as long as one hits, you're good. Buffalo Jack, I'm pretty sure you were here a couple months ago, I believe. So I think welcome back. Definitely a few updates we've made. If you haven't been in the Discord for a while, we're making new updates all the time. So get caught up with what's going on and welcome back. What's the suggestion to get promos limits increased? No such thing. Once you're limited, you're not getting it back. I'm sorry. Once you're flagged as, what the books call an advantage better, and you're pretty much toast. You're not getting it back. Getting limited it does suck, but for me it was like the first sign of, hey, what I'm doing is scaring the books and they're limiting my bet size. So it was a little validation to me that what I was doing was working. Whether or not you were making that much money, you knew the books were worried about you. Kind of a good thing. The only way to avoid limits long term is by losing money and not placing positive EV bets. So if that's the way you want to go, I don't recommend it, but you can have fun and you can lose your money on the sports books. You'll never get limited, but that's really the only way. So you got to just embrace the limits.
I lost for 2 years and I'm still limited. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The minute you start EV betting, you'll get limited.
Yeah. The second I've always heard that it's harder to get your flagged account if you've your account flagged if you've been recreational betting for a while, but maybe you're a bad example of that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Even so, Rumhead here said even though he wasn't making much money on Fanatics, he was killing CLV and they limited him. So Massachusetts, actually, their gaming commission, they've been receiving a lot of emails and complaints from Massachusetts sports bettors saying they're being limited on the sports books in Massachusetts unfairly, which I don't know if I buy at all. I think it's probably just EV bettors complaining about it. Anyway, so the Massachusetts book gaming commission they've been having these meetings for about a year, but they finally got all the sports books on to talk about why people are limited and how they limit people. I have a YouTube video up about it. I kind of recapped the meeting, but Fanatics was on there. That you mentioned Fanatics, and they said that, well, the main point of the books was that they're not just limiting people that are making money. They're limiting people that are doing certain things. And Fanatics mentioned that over 50% of the people limited on their book were not profitable. That kind of blew me away. But on DraftKings, I was down like $500 when I first started, and I got limited. So they don't care if you're making money or losing money. They know your strategy's good, so they'll limit you.
So unless you're bet 365 and up it, like me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why that happened.
What the hell happened there? To be honest, that's a glitch.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it out loud. They're going to be coming for your account.
Right.
I mean, I plead the fifth. All right. Anyways, so
yeah. So some books are worse on limits too. So all right, I'll explain how limits work too. Essentially, I kind of learned this during the meeting too, but basically, if you make a fresh account, right, then everyone has the same limit. Let's just say for FanDuel, if you make a brand new account, you can bet $10,000 on money lines, right? So once you get flagged as an advantage player, you start to get a percent of that limit. So say I'm personally down to 22% limits on FanDuel. So I can place, $2,200 on a $10,000 market on FanDuel. That's how all the books work. FanDuel is one of the most profitable books, one of the biggest books with the most customers, so they can offer these higher limits. So let's just talk about, so every market has different limits too. So the standard limit for, let's say, player props on FanDuel might only be a $500 max bet. So that means me at 22% limits, I'm not going to be able to get off more than, $50 or whatever that equates to. Mm-hmm. So basically it depends on the limit. So, but with MGM, if they're only allowing new accounts to bet $100 on player prop markets, and I'm only, I'm down to 5% limits on MGM, then I'm going to be at 5%. So you might be at the same percent limits on these books, but some books take larger bets at on different markets. So it's kind of an interesting concept there. And it seems like some books kind of do a flat minimum too. Like Fanatics seems like they limit you down to $10 flat. They're not going to go lower than that. So just interesting there. Any more questions? All right, let's get like one or two more. You guys see any good plays popping up?
I haven't seen much. No.
He's a decent one on ESPN. No run first inning. Don't love these markets, but Circa's at -120. I like them quite a bit in this. I like Circa a little bit more than the other books, kind of across the board. Kind of a low EV though for this first run market. Kenny Smith said there's a new book similar to Fliff out there. Caught some great lines. It's called No Vig. Yeah, dude, I've been seeing that. No Vig, is that a exchange book? Like
I thought so. I remember looking at them months ago. I thought it was an exchange, but I could be wrong.
So exchange books are interesting too, because it's peer-to-peer betting where your bet only gets accepted if someone wants to bet the other side of it. A lot of these bet exchanges have they have really low VIG. So like the exchange will only take like 2% of the market. So it's actually appealing to sports bettors. But yeah, the bet exchanges are really interesting, might reshape sports betting, honestly. The only thing that sucks is, your bet might not get accepted. So, but it's definitely an interesting concept. There's a lot of other. Rumhead just said he joined Profit is another one.
Oh, so I think Boat was talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So real interesting. They take 3% an edge. So that's low. Like a lot of these retail books take about a 5% VIG. So if you can go place on an exchange book for 3%, why wouldn't you be doing it? Obviously, they don't offer promos and stuff. That's probably what makes retail books more appealing. But people might start leaving the retail books and using bet exchanges. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what I used one for a while, and I did pretty good on it. But it was kind of just a pain to me to use it to find value. I'm not sure if our API has access to. I think we probably do have access to exchanges, so maybe that's something we could dip into in the future. Right now, like I said, we started in March, so we haven't built a bot for every season, every major sport. So once we go through the whole season, once we're about to add NBA and NHL, once we add those markets and the player prop markets, we should be pretty much caught up with just like building bots, and then we can kind of go back and fix some stuff, add some interesting things like even DFS or the exchange books. Like there's a lot of things we could add. Arbitrage betting, like there's a lot of things we could do. Maybe add calculators, EV calculators, arbitrage calculators. We got a lot of stuff that we could add.
It's crazy. Just it doesn't feel like it's only been 6 months, I guess. Being with y'all since like day one, it feels like so much longer. But y'all have done so much compared to what the day one product was.
Yeah, the day one product is probably really rough looking back, but I think that's with anything in life. Like once you do something for so long, like I'm looking at my YouTube videos from 6 months ago and they look terrible, and I hope 6 months from now the videos that I are making today look terrible also. So that's kind of the idea here. All right, I think that's probably it for me tonight. I think my wife will be home with that sushi pretty soon. So
nice.
Are you guys going to be around tomorrow at all? I think Brady said you're busy, but
tomorrow I'll probably be around tomorrow morning.
Well, you're always welcome.
If there's nobody, I don't want to. If someone else wants to jump on, and hadn't done it yet, they can definitely jump on. But if y'all need someone, I'm sure I'll be around. Yeah,
I think I was worried that having more than like 3 people would be maybe an issue, but I really don't think it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I won't be on tomorrow. I gotta actually Bowling Green has a homecoming, so I'm going to that.
Nice. That'll be fun. Enjoy that, man. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. I'll say it one more time. If you haven't signed up for the Sharp Money Premium, you can sign up for a one month trial. We have a 7-day free trial. And if you use the promo code Twitch at checkout, you will get 50% off the first month. So it'll only be $15 for the first month. So definitely worth checking it out. I don't, someone said they already claimed one of them. So if you're lucky, there's 2 left. So go grab it. All right, see you guys. Thanks.
All right, boys.